Good, good.
Jose's gonna break the ice.
I'm gonna break
Jose
the
is going to break the ice. All right, but before Jose breaks the ice, this is our first episode.
Nice.
Welcome
Thank you, thank
to
you.
the Dating Q&A show on Think and Say podcast. So, what's your name?
Sofia,
And how old are you?
36.
And your name?
Jose,
And how old are you?
33.
Okay. Are you single? Sophia?
Sort of.
Sort of. So you're sort of in a situationship. And Jose,
I'm extremely single.
you're extremely single. All right, so let's get into it. All right. So how long have you been single, Jose?
This November will be 5 years.
5 years.
That's a while. For the longest I've ever been single.
And you care to tell us what happened and
Yeah.
why you became single?
Prior to the last relationship, I was in a 9-year relationship, and it was a great relationship. It just kind of like got stale and died out.
Mm-hmm.
So we just kind of split ways, and then probably like 2.5 years after that, got into a 1-year relationship that was like extremely toxic and like physically abusive.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I just kind of just did my own thing for a while and been that ever since.
You say a couple of things that get me thinking. So let's go back to the first relationship.
Right.
So you say that was you were in a long-term relationship and it
I
fizzled out.
I was in a long-term relationship
Yeah.
too.
How real? Well,
Marriage-wise, yeah.
really? So, well, give me a moment. Let's talk with Jose for a second. So, talk about what happened and why it fizzled out.
Well, we met each other when I was 17, she was 15. So it was like a kind of like a high school romance type
Mm-hmm.
thing. Even though we went to different high schools,
Mm-hmm.
but everything was great. And obviously I was basically like a kid when it
Mhm.
started, so I had to mature in a lot of ways. And as I got older, I was just very stuck on my beliefs and my ways of doing stuff, and kind of wasn't ready to compromise. I guess due to the immaturity, wasn't ready to compromise for my significant others, differences and
You
stuff.
got married too young.
No, I never got married. I just
You were in a relationship.
yeah, I never believed in marriage. She did, and it was just like a back and forth. Like,
So you think that's where the breakdown start because she wanted to get married and you didn't want to get married?
right, I think we were just both so stuck on my way, and she had her way, that we couldn't meet in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So it just kind of died out after a while because we were just back and forth.
Who initiated the breakup?
We both did.
No,
Well, I
usually
did.
you are the one that says we should
Yeah.
break up,
Yeah.
and she went along with it.
And she was unsure about it, and I was just kind of like over it,
Mm-hmm.
or I thought I was, and I went through with it, And then during the moment of the breakup, I was fine, and then when it came down to like walking her to her car,
Mm-hmm.
I just like broke down like a baby, and she was like, "Whoa."
Let me ask this question. When you first decided that you were going to separate from her, did you talk to your friends? Did you have a conversation?
Unfortunately, yeah,
Okay. And were they single?
yeah,
And did they encourage you to break up with her?
yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Now, in hindsight, looking back, do you think that you should have had a conversation with single?
No,
Okay. Were they male and female or just
Male.
males? Okay. So in hindsight, you realize that that was a mistake.
right. It was a mistake to listen or to get so influenced by what they were telling me.
How old were you then?
25.
25. And so that's from 25 to 30 that you
33.
were. No,
Oh,
from the time you were single. Or did you get in a relationship right after?
so from 25 to the end of 27. So like 2 years and a half.
And in comparison to the first relationship and the second relationship, what were the differences?
The first one was extremely wholesome,
Mm-hmm.
very respectful,
Mm-hmm.
We never cursed at each other. We never spoke disrespectfully to each other. Never like, oh, fuck you, or am I allowed
Yeah.
to curse?
Yeah. Yeah. You go ahead. Go ahead.
Never, no words like that.
It's like
Mhm.
friend relationships.
It was so we were friends before we even got together. So that's what made everything so much more like wholesome.
Mhm.
So we always kept that respect, but the second one was just, I think it was more like a physical infatuation that I had with her.
Mhm.
And it was, she like unveiled a side of her that I never expected, and it just went, it like spiraled downwards, and I stuck with it for a whole year that felt like 5 years.
So this thought comes to mind when we talk and we experience toxic relationships. I have a saying that you meet the person's representative. Then, after that romantic or that honeymoon phase wears off, then the true personality comes out. Was that what you experienced?
With the second one, yeah.
Okay.
With the first one, it felt like for the first 5 to 7 years, it was almost like the honeymoon phase for all the way
Forever.
through.
Because you know each other from you were young.
Right, exactly.
That's what happened to me.
That was the huge difference between both those relationships. So when I
Okay.
met the girl from the second relationship, I was already 27, and it was, if I thought I was like a lot more mature, but I fucked up a lot in that relationship too. I'm not
Mhm.
gonna point the finger only, so, but it went to a completely different route that I was not used to.
All right, let's talk to Sophia for a moment. So, how long have you been single or in a
Um,
situationship?
Well, I was married. Not really married, but I knew them like all my life,
Mhm.
and we've been together like maybe 13, 12 years.
Are you still together?
No,
Okay, so what happened?
we just broke up.
Who initiated the breakup?
He loved it me very much. He was attached to me because we've been together so many years.
Okay.
And then,
Did that make you feel like because he was so attached to you, it kind of repelled you?
yes,
So this is the fascinating thing with women that I've noticed. And I have these conversations with my daughter. She's 14,
God bless her.
right? And I am giving her life lessons that she will take with her as she grows older and start dating. When a man is aggressive or he keeps a woman at bay, she wants him more. And when the man leans into the relationship, it repels the woman. So it repelled you. Tell me more about when did that start and how long it took for you
oh,
to.
he was a big mama's boy.
Mm-hmm.
He was a mama's
No,
boy.
no, then,
I'm sorry.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
He was a mama's boy, and years goes by. I had my own thing going on to make my money. He had his own thing going on. We was close, very, very close. And then from the last is we was up and down together. I went out with someone.
While you were with him?
No,
Okay.
I cheated on him, but I wasn't after him.
So you cheated on him.
Yes, and then
Did he find out?
Yeah, he found out. He saw it on Instagram, on everything, and then he started cheating too. But I wasn't that bad. When I started cheating on him, he started loving me more. Then when he cheated on me, all
Started
hell
loving
break
him
loose.
more.
Yeah.
So wait. Let's back up for a second. Let's back up. Jose, give me a second. Let's back up for a second. Right? So you cheated on him first, and
But
he.
I knew like he was cheating, but because I've been with him so many years, but
Uh-huh.
he could have never admit it to me.
Okay. Why you think he wouldn't admit it to you?
Because I've been with him too many years, and he didn't. I don't know. He wouldn't
So
let it.
when you cheated, was that the first time you cheated, or you cheated multiple times with different people?
First time because I was after him a long time, and then I started cheating on him more.
So wait, back up for a second. You're going a little bit further than I want you to go.
He knew that I cheated on him, right?
How many times and how
One
many
time, one time.
with
I
the same
with
person?
the same person.
Okay.
Because we left each other like maybe 6 months, 7 months,
Mm-hmm.
8 months. No, it was 8 months.
So you separated for
Yeah,
right.
8 months.
Mm-hmm.
I knew he was cheating, but he could have never admit to me. And I told him, "You can tell me because I cheated on you too." He wouldn't admit it.
At the time when you said, "I know you're cheating because I cheated on you too," was that when he found out that you cheated on him, or he knew before?
Well, I cheated first, and he found out
How did he find out?
on Instagram.
On Instagram. So you were,
And the person called him up and told him, "I'm with Sofia right now."
the person you were cheating with called him up and said, "I'm with Sophia right
Yeah,
now."
that really, really hurted him.
And
Yeah, like rubbed it in his face.
yes,
basically.
yes. And what was your reaction when the person that you were
I
cheating
felt
with,
bad,
and at that
but
night,
it was in love too.
it
was-
wasn't love?
It was like
situation with the guy you cheated on him with. It wasn't-
no,
yeah.
the guy that I was with for like so many years.
You fell out of love with him.
Yeah,
So the one that you were cheating with, you fell in love with that one.
no,
It was just a fling.
there was just like yeah.
Okay. So wouldn't it have been better if you had mentioned to the guy you were with for all those years that you felt like you wanted to step out of the relationship?
Say that again.
Would it have been better, in hindsight, would it have been better if you had said to the guy that you were with for all those years that you feel like stepping out of the relationship?
Yes, I always used to tell him that.
Did you tell him, or you just stepped out of the relationship?
I told him that.
So he expected it.
Yes,
Okay, okay. So
and he always used to come back to me.
after you say that to him,
Yeah. And then when he used to come back to me, he never used to show me no love, no satisfaction, nothing there.
when you say no love, no satisfaction, you're talking emotional, sexual.
Emotional. No, I can't talk about. He used to be very sexable, but like things that I liked it,
Mm-hmm.
he liked it to take that away from me. So that turned into hate.
Or
Like as a
resentment.
punishment, kinda.
Yeah.
Resentment. So what were the things that you liked that he took away from you?
A lot of things, like things that makes me happy.
Affection.
Yeah.
So he took affection. So he played with your emotion.
Yeah, that's why I cheated.
Oh. Like you see how this works? So that your emotion got entangled and embroiled in that, and it forced you to step away from the relationship and cheat.
Yeah.
How long, while you were cheating, how long did you cheat for before your first guy found out? A week, a month, a year?
Yeah.
A year.
Like how long were you doing your little fling?
For?
before he found out?
When he turned out to be with me like bad.
Was it how long was it for before your relationship guy found out?
Oh, how long it took?
Before he
How long
A
were you
week,
doing your-
like maybe a week, 2 weeks later.
Okay, so you were cheating a week before he
Yeah,
found
because
out.
my boyfriend called him up and told him.
So the new guy now became your boyfriend. So now you had two boyfriends.
He was married.
Oh,
Wait. The rabbit hole gets deep. So the new boyfriend was married.
shit.
And he was crying on me because his wife cheated on him.
Oh, I see what happened there.
What a tangle web we
Sounds
weave.
like there was a mix of vulnerability.
But it was
and-
more like best friends, like close friends. He
So-
was talking to me and I was talking to him.
So how long? Okay, how long did you know the second guy for before you and him decide to have a situationship? And how long?
6 months.
So he was telling you about his wife for 6 months.
Well, not just about his wife. It's about the relationship because his wife never used to do nothing with him. He has a feeling because his wife was cheating on him. You know, we used to go out. We used to talk, but we never talked because we're gonna go out. We was just like friends, and
Mm.
then it happened.
You know, that's how it starts.
I know.
Yeah, you go out, friends,
Yeah, with a
and
few
you know
drinks.
he
It takes two to tango.
exactly. So, how you said something where I was going to go. You said that you went out, you had a few drinks, and it takes two to tango. So, was it a drink that made you
No,
decide to tango?
no.
So you already made a decision to have sex with him before you had a drink.
Like you already wanted to, kind of.
Well, he did the first move. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, no, no. If you can drink, just don't shake the ice. So he did the first move. And what was that first move?
He started kissing me.
Did you kiss back?
Of course.
Did you, before he started kissing you, did you give him the signal that it was okay to kiss you?
Maybe through body language.
Of course, that's how it works.
But you see, the man that I've been through so many years, I knew he cheated on me because a woman can tell the difference.
Okay, okay. We're going back to him, but you said you cheated first. So you say you knew he cheated on you. So
Yeah,
who
and-
really
and
cheated first?
I wanted him to know because I cheated on him. Because he used to cheat on me.
So he cheated on you before you cheated on him, or you cheated on him
He-
before?
He cheated on me, and I knew.
How did you know? Did he
because
tell you?
I've been with him so many years.
So it wasn't an absolute. It was a suspicion,
Yeah.
and you went off of that suspicion. So after going off of that suspicion,
See,
what?
I went on his phones. I saw women's on the phone, DMs. He wouldn't admit it to me. He could have never admitted to me because he cheated on me.
Mm, he
So what does that mean?
He's I don't want to say a coward, but he just didn't own up to what he was doing. Which, if you get caught red-handed, I feel like there's no other explanation. And to be honest,
Right, right. And now, how long have you been in your situationship, and is it with the same married guy?
No, now I'm done with him.
How long were you with him before you decided to finish with him, or did he finish with you because his wife found out?
Well, we was here in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
We stayed in Miami, and then he was more with my family. And then when he went to Chicago and saw all his cousins, friends, he went crazy. He cheated on me, and then we just broke up and done.
So
all that
the
love
new-
went away.
The new guy cheated on you,
No, the new guy,
or the old guy?
the guy that I dated, that I cheated on, he's after his wife.
So he went back to his wife.
Yeah,
How did that make you feel?
I'm happy for him
No, no, no.
because he's
Yeah.
my friend.
How did that make you feel when he went back to his wife?
shitty.
Not really. Because I think a relationship is like going out with someone.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be friends. You gotta know each other. Sometimes you can go on a date. If you wanted to make it serious, that's how I think you make it serious. But the guy that I went out with, we was more like best friends. I knew he was gonna go back to his wife because his wife cheated on him.
Mm.
So it wouldn't make me feel like shitty. You understand?
Talking to the mic. So it was more so that the both of you were looking for a shoulder to cry on, a shoulder to
Yeah.
lean on,
Yeah.
some comfort,
Yeah.
and it worked out for both of you. And
But
go ahead.
he still tries to look for me on Instagram, call me and get advice, but I backed up.
Get advice from you
Yeah.
while he's with his wife.
Yeah.
Okay, I like what you just did. He's trying to get advice from you. Do you really think he's trying to get advice
No,
from you?
he just wants to hear my voice.
He just
maybe.
wants to hear your voice?
Yeah, to see how I'm doing. I don't know.
Maybe it's not your voice he only wants to hear. Maybe he wants to hear some
Maybe
moaning
there's
and
more
groaning
high
behind the voice.
There's another other voice he wants to hear.
Yeah. All right. So let me jump back over to you. So going back to the fact that you said that you wished you hadn't listened to your friends. Any of those friends, are they now married?
Oh, and I forgot. I'm sorry, guys. I forgot to talk about this other guy that I dated.
Hold on, we'll get back to that. We'll get back to that. Yeah.
Not really. No, I'm not friends with any of them anymore.
So you don't know if they're married or not.
I don't, and I really don't care.
What made you decide to not be friends with them anymore?
When I realized that when I was single, that they weren't there.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, so you guys were egging me on, and like now that like it happened, let's go out. And there are 1,000 excuses. Oh, I can't because I don't know what. It's just like, all right, so okay, I'll just face this cluelessly, and I don't know what the hell's going on. I just broke up. I didn't do it for them,
Mm-hmm.
but I did it because of how I was feeling at the moment, and plus what they were telling me had some kind of influence on my decisions, So I felt stupid because they weren't there.
It's rough when a person is in a relationship and you take advice from single people.
Right.
I've done it. I've taken advice from single people, but in the past, I did it in a strategic way. I listened to their feedback, but I didn't act on their
Right.
feedback.
You
I would
just-
go to someone that's married and ask the person that's married what they would do, and they would give me their feedback.
Even sometimes asking somebody that's married might not be a good option either, because they might be so caught up into their mess that what they think is right, they'll try to like feed it onto you, and
Exactly.
it'll influence you in a way where it's still gonna kind of mess you up.
But I help you to gauge from getting the
Right.
opinions of the singles
Yeah.
and the opinions
Right.
or the feedback
yeah.
from the ones that are married.
To
They
get
help you to
better
gauge to
feedback.
make the best decision.
Correct.
But if you're just in a room filled with the same
Tight.
voice and it's bouncing back,
Yeah.
it's just an echo chamber,
Right.
and you're hearing the same thing, same over and over,
Kind of what happens.
and then you get
in that
influence.
moment.
Yeah. So let's talk more about the second relationship, because you said that was very toxic. How far in the relationship did you realize it was becoming toxic?
2 months in,
2 months in. You know.
I was just so infatuated with her physically
Mm-hmm.
that
I've been there.
I just kind of tolerated it because I
Mhm.
was like, blown away with the physical attributes and blah blah blah.
And the sex.
And a lot of people say, oh, it's not about the physical, but it kind of, that's kind of the very first thing you see.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
So when people are like, oh, like the physical doesn't matter, and it's like, yeah, it kind of has a huge effect because it's the very first thing you see. So it kind
Yeah, because that's what helped you get aroused.
exactly. It kind of pulls you closer to that person. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna fall in love with. I mean, I don't know if other people have, but I'm not gonna fall in love with somebody I talk to on the phone because I don't know what the hell they look like.
Catfish.
Right,
You get
right.
catfish.
Or like,
Yeah.
somebody that's in your face and you see them. When
Yeah.
I first saw her, I was like, whoa. I was like thrown off.
I'm gonna talking about catfish. I'm gonna tell you a story that happened to me when I was young. So, I saw this very nice looking, girl, and I was like, man, she's nice.
Yeah, she's
You
nice
know,
for me.
And then when I went to go talk, I was like, she's
Oh,
nice
yeah.
for me. And when I went to go talk to her, she was like, I'm already talking to someone, but she didn't tell me who that someone was.
So she didn't say no.
No, she told me no.
She had her guard up?
Yeah. She was like, I'm talking to someone. And then my friend came out of the house and she went and hugged him. And I was like, oh, is that your girl? He was like, yeah. Yeah, my friend. But she didn't say I was talking to your friend. I guess she didn't know that was my friend. So she was like, you're cute. I have a friend for you. Right? So there was another girl that was there and she was like, should we tell him about such and such? And the other girl was like, you sure? Yeah, but they were talking like she's always begging for me to hook her up,
Right.
But so the other girl was like, do you think he's gonna like? Because I'm not sure that he's going to like her. So Anyway, the introduction was made, right? And we were on the phone. We talked for like 2 weeks on the phone, and I'm
You
like,
and your friend's girl's friend.
no,
You
the
and your friend's girl.
myself and the girl that she introduced me to,
Right.
right?
Okay.
So she gave the girl my number. She was like, "Can I give her
Right.
your number?"
you guys
So she
started
called me,
communicating.
and we started talking on the phone, and we were talking on the phone. And 2 weeks, I'm like, "When am I going to meet you?"
Right.
So what am I? And
Oh,
so I asked her to
this is
describe herself. And when she described herself, she said she had long hair, caramel skin, green eyes.
Mm-hmm.
She's 5'6", and I'm like, wow, that's
You're like,
that's
oh,
right
that
up my
sounds
alley,
good.
right?
Sounds good to my ears.
Yes. And so finally the day comes for me to meet her. You ready for this?
Uh-oh.
The day comes for me to meet her. And the car pulled up.
So surprised. Wow.
Yeah, but I was on the other side of the car. So when the car pulled up and she got out, the car raised up. And then when I looked, she was round.
Oh.
I was like, I
That's
said-
not you.
I'm not gonna call her name,
Right.
but let's just call her Izzy.
Stacy.
Yeah, whatever. Let's call her Stacy. It's Stacy. Is that you? She said, yes. What, you don't like what you see? And I'm like, what you describe is not what I'm seeing. And she
That's
went,
good because you're straight shooter.
Right.
A lot of men is not straight shooters. Will.
yeah, I tell her, what you describe is not what I see.
Try to flip it on you.
Yeah. She got irate. She started cursing at me, profanity, the whole nine,
That-
yelling, walking down the
reaction
street
of
at me.
hers-
Huh?
That reaction of hers, like, basically spews out all her lies.
Yes, and her
Yeah.
anxiety.
Defense.
Because when a woman gets like so mad, you how you call that?
She's basically trying to just hide like her BS.
Yes.
Yes,
Like-
she's deflecting, and she was also directing her anger.
Right. Because she knew she was lying.
She knew she was lying, so she was directing her anger at me,
To cover it up.
projecting her that anxiety, that anger, to cover up the fact that she knew she was lying to me. So I started walking away, and she followed me down the street,
Oh,
cursing, going off, saying if I don't like big girls, I shouldn't talk to her. So, but you lied to
you
me.
didn't describe a big girl.
You lied to me. So I was catfish, and that was my first experience. Right. So I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know. So let's continue about her. And I like to give stories
Right.
so you can
Relate.
understand that I relate.
Right.
So after 2 months, and you decide that hey, her body was nice, and you wanted to stick with it. And what else did she do beside her body being nice?
She was affectionate enough to keep me intrigued,
Mm-hmm.
and I still hadn't seen her aggressive side yet.
Closer to the mic.
I hadn't seen her aggressive side yet,
Mhm.
so I was just giving her the benefit of the doubt
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of noticing a few things here and there, but kind of like, you know, it's still really fresh.
Right.
Let me not jump to conclusions, and then it just got worse and worse and worse and worse as each month went by, and me, like an idiot at the time, I just dealt with it. I don't know. I'm sure it had a lot to do with the physical attraction.
But was it also out of desperation because you didn't want to be alone?
It had a lot to do with that. It had a lot to do with insecurity.
On your
Like,
part?
On my part, like feeling like, wow, I found a good one physically, and like not wanting to lose it. I guess there was a sense of me that was like, all right, my 9-year relationship girl, like she was already with someone else. So I was like, oh, I want her to see me with.
Ah, the
that
get
that
back.
played a role.
The get back.
So I kind of dealt with it for that. I
Uh-huh.
feel now that in hindsight, now that I
Jose.
look back.
See, that's what I'm saying. When I knew he was cheating on me,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to cheat on him to see what he'll do. Cause like you said.
Like,
But
get
I'm
back.
sorry cutting you off.
No,
Go
no, no,
ahead.
no. So I just dealt with it until it got to a point where it was like, all right,
Mm.
the physical is not doing much besides becoming physical.
Who initiated the breakup?
Well, I don't even know, because the last argument we had, it was just like it was it.
That was the last straw.
Yeah, I didn't say this is over. She didn't say it. It was just like we both knew.
And how long has that been?
That was November of 2018.
So all love died away. And that all that thing went away.
Yeah, just like died out. We didn't speak for like 4 or 5 months,
Mm-hmm.
and then in summer of 2019, I was out drinking one day, and then I was like,
You sent a text to her,
and she responded,
and then you guys got together.
we kind of just started doing our thing again for like a month,
Mm-hmm.
and then it just died out again. I just pulled back. I was like, fuck this. I'm not going back to the same shit.
So you didn't decide to keep her around for
No.
when you want to have some bedroom fun.
We did that for that month,
Mm-hmm.
and then afterwards I just thought about, because we went through a lot of like crazy shit, and I just got to a point where I was like, I'm not doing this anymore, because I'm gonna either end up arrested or some like crazy shit is gonna happen.
So we're in saying that, were there some kind of physical violence?
She was very physically abusive. She used to like hit me and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I had never experienced that. In a 9-year relationship, 9 straight years, and I have the honor and the dignity to say I never cheated on that girl that I was with for 9 years. But this other one, like, she cheated on me in the first month with 2 different guys, and I didn't know until like 5 months later, because she was like extremely jealous, like overly jealous, to the point where I was like,
something is up.
all right, something's off. And then I woke up one time and she was on my phone, and she saw me wake up and she like tossed my phone, and I was like,
Is that a bad thing when a woman is jealous?
oh, I mean, overly, yeah.
'Cause
Jealousy is
it's
a good thing because it shows that you care, but when it's like overly jealous,
They cheat.
I disagree. Jealousy is not a good thing because it
It's
shows
not.
that you care. Jealousy is insecurity.
Right, absolutely.
Okay, there's levels to this
Right.
when it comes to jealousy. You can have that concern, jealous feeling, but it's out of insecurity, like, I'm not good enough. Somebody else, she or he, is better than I am, right? So you have that inferiority complex, like, if I allow her to get too close, she's going to take my man. And if she allow, you understand what I'm saying, vice versa, right? So the problem is, when a person is overly jealous, they start going through your devices, start looking around, start searching for things. Typically is when they're the one that's doing it. I've experienced that firsthand myself, right? So exactly what you're saying.
She was going through my phone, and I woke up, and she saw me wake up. She tossed my phone, and I was like, were you just on my phone? She said, no, your phone's charging. And I was like, pretty sure I just saw you on my phone.
Do you want to know why? Do you know why, or do you want to know why she was doing it?
So I asked her, I was like, can I see my phone? She's like, no, leave it there. It's charging. I was like, can I please see my phone? She said, no, leave it charging. I was like, give me my phone. Because already I was like, she was starting to piss me off. So she gave me my phone, and I opened it up. And it was on a text of a girl that I was talking to 2 years prior, before I even knew that the current girl that I was with even existed. So she was trying to find something to excuse what she knew that she was doing.
Exactly.
So I was like, you're mad about a text from 2 years ago that I didn't even know you existed at the time? Like, and that's when I started like, okay, let me turn the lights on in here. And I started playing stupid, and we went out to a party one time, like a month, 2 months after that. And she got really drunk, and that was the time where the iPhones only had the fingerprint.
So you took her fingerprint.
So I was like, I'm not one to check phones, because I blindly trust
Right.
until you give me a reason good enough to like be skeptical. She's passed out. I'm driving back to her place, and I'm like, now's the time. I was like, I don't like to do this, but something felt off, like inside. Intuition doesn't lie.
Yeah.
So I grabbed her thumb, I put it on her phone, and I'm driving with her. I'm like, and looking for one thing, I found 3 different things. I was like, oh, this is why. So imagine when I'm by that time, we're already at her place. She's knocked out on the bed. I'm irate, like fuming, because I'm already reading all this stuff, a group chat between her and her friends, admitting all these different things
that they've
that
done.
she cheated on me, like, you know. And I was like, wow. And she was like, towards the morning, I couldn't sleep the whole night. And she was waking up. She's like, "Oh, what's wrong?" And I was like, "Nothing, nothing. What's wrong? What's wrong?" Until finally, I just started reading lines that I memorized verbatim through the text in the group chat.
So you were just saying them,
Yeah, I was like,
belting
"Oh, I
them
was
out.
like, does this sound familiar to you?" Blah 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 blah. Blah. And she's like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Oh, you need me to repeat it?" Blah 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 blah. And she's
Mhm.
like, "Oh, so you went through my phone?" I was like, "Yeah, just like you do." I was like, "And now it makes sense why you go through my phone." She's like,
Right.
"Oh, what are you talking about?" I was like, "Don't blame me for stupid." Like, so she tried to pull that card that we were just talking about. She's tried getting all angry, and I was like, "Get as angry as you want. Like, I caught you. Like,
Right.
what are you gonna say?"
There's a saying that if you look for something, you're bound to find
Yeah.
it. So she was looking for something.
Right.
The unfortunate thing for her, she couldn't find anything because
Right. I was loyal to
you were
her.
being
I
loyal.
was crazy about her, you know. So
How old were you then?
27.
And how old were she
She
then?
was 24.
She was 24.
Yeah.
She was still out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I was still learning too, but she was just at a different level of what I consider savagery. Like,
Mhm.
just like anything goes. Like,
What do you mean
like if I have to
savagery?
cheat on you, I'll cheat on you. Doesn't matter what relationship she's in. She was already used to that type of lifestyle with her friends or whatever. Like, she was basically in a circle, and I found that out after, like, all her circle of friends, like, they all dated each other's boyfriends and stuff. Like, it was weird. I was like,
So
what?
so a while back, I knew someone, and very similar like what you said. They had a ring with 6 of them. Every so often, maybe they switch out one or two, like if one of the girls had to move away,
Right.
and it was a ring, and they would get one boyfriend for that ring, and all of them would take turns and having sex with that guy.
Those are the Dubai people, right?
No, 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 no.
Mm.
That was here.
Holy shit.
6 girls, and they would get one guy.
That's polygamy.
So it's it's not even, it's more than polygamy, I think, right? So I remember I went to the club, and she was at the club, and she was like, "Hey, you know, I'm gonna go off and talk to this guy," and then she came back and she was like, "I'm gonna leave." I'm like, "You're leaving?" It's like, "Yeah, all right, cool." I was like, "I'm." Sorry about that. I didn't realize my ringer was on. So she was like, "I'm going to leave. Let me actually do this."
Shall I for no reason? Oh my god.
1 second.
Can you use the restroom really quick?
Yeah, you can go.
Be right back.
1 second. Okay. Yes. Sorry about that. When he comes back, we can talk more about that. So, are you the situationship that you're in right now? Do you want to talk more about that?
The relationship that I was in right now.
Is it a relationship or a situationship?
Well, I was in a relationship. I liked him. I'm not gonna lie.
Are you in a relationship now or a situationship
I
now?
broke up with him.
How recent?
Huh?
How recently?
Uh,
Is that him?
hold on 1 second. I just need to go ask Holy 1 second.
Okay. Huh? Okay. Yeah, when yeah. How are we looking at time? Okay, cool, cool. Yeah. So they both stepped out to have a discussion, I guess. Uh, so yeah, yeah. So
I had to turn down the mic, but you know, because I have somebody in the booth with me. But yeah, yeah. Let's wrap things up. You want to wait for them to say?
yeah, yeah. Let's wait for them
Alright.
to come back in.
No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting to find out about people's stories, man. Like you know, the things that they have been through.
Right. Definitely so. Definitely so. It's kind of crazy how we as people we experience the same kind of relationships and situationships and issues. We're all connected, and so when we think that we're the only one experiencing these kind of issues, it's across the board. You
I
know.
must say, Garth, I have an easier time relating to what Jose.
Mm-hmm.
I have an easier time. We're gonna wrap things up in a few minutes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Pull your chair all the way in. All right.
Alright.
Okay.
I was saying, like, I have an easier time relating to what Jose has been through. I mean, I understand, you know, like when Sofia is sharing her story, like I'm listening, but it is a bit more difficult. I think it's because I'm a man. You know, I'm sure if there was a woman here listening to your story,
Right, I was thinking about that.
yeah. I mean, definitely, you know, like has
Right.
to do with a lot of that stuff. But
Right.
I cannot. I have the same thing with you, Garth. When you share your story, I found myself in situations like that, so it's
Right.
easier for me to be like, okay, yeah, I get it. I've been there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We should invite more ladies next time.
Yeah. This was
Just
an
so
I got
things
some-
are a
I
little
got
bit
some
more
ladies
balanced.
that can bring
I
over.
have
Yeah.
a few girlfriends that would be
Sounds
down
good.
to come and
This-
talk.
Yeah, that's awesome. This is an impromptu, you know. It's
Yeah.
like, hey,
It's
how you
nice,
doing? You know, told you about what we have going on, and he was like, okay, let's do it. Yeah, and it's really good.
This
nice.
was
Yeah.
unplanned, and you know.
Alright, guys, I have to ask you about something because y'all man over here.
Yes, go ahead.
Why do I met this man about 3 months ago.
Get closer to the mic.
I met this man about 3 months ago back.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was 4 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
He acted real nice, you know, did everything for me what a woman wants
Mm-hmm.
out of a man. He wants a, you know, real
Like
man.
what? Like what are the things that he
Like
did?
treat a woman good, you know, what a woman wants.
Affectionate,
Yeah,
Sweet, kind.
yeah. Best friends, you know, everything. And then I knew he's married. He's
Is it the same one or
no,
someone
this is
else?
different. This is the one that I just now came back out of the swimming pool.
Mm-hmm.
I went with him in the pool,
Mm-hmm.
but we broke up.
Mm-hmm.
And the first 2 months was, you know, everything was doing good. And then at the third month, I saw he was, you know, going like crazy. I'm like, Ray, what's going on with you? Driving fast, going one ways. I think this man is crazy or what?
Mm-hmm.
So I backed off, you know, for a little bit of time. He started,
Back up for a second. You said driving fast, going one way. Were you in a car with him?
yeah.
Okay.
So like road rage or something. You had like serious road rage.
Was he inebriated?
Bring the mic up a little bit. Like yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Until
Was he like drunk? Driving? Maybe. Possibly.
Well, sometimes he was drunk. Sometimes when he wasn't drunk, he still used to drive fast. But when he used to drive fast, he used to tell me, "Sophia, look in my eyes."
So he wants you to look at him while he's driving.
Yeah.
Like, so he's turning away from the road.
But
and-
he's going crazy and telling me, "Sophia, look in my eyes."
Okay.
So I backed off for like 2 weeks.
All right.
So he used to come to my apartment, blowing the horn every night. The neighbors, saw it, going crazy, come in the house. I miss you. Come here. I can't breathe without you. He's like a big baby.
Mm-hmm.
He's another mama's boy. He told me too he was a mama's boy. He doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
He stays with his dad, with his mom.
Mm-hmm.
He's blaming me because his car went out. He how you call that?
They just died.
When the tires goes out.
Went flat.
They were flat or they
No.
were bald?
He broke the whole tires on the
Top
car.
tires?
He broke the rim,
Not the rims.
or the tire exploded.
Tire came off the car?
When the tires doesn't go, I forgot the name of it.
You say like got stuck?
I can't think of the name.
Don't worry about the name. Let's
Whatever, his
Mhm.
car got broke. His dad went, well, it was 4th of July.
just okay.
I always ask him, Ray, I know you got kids. You can tell me, 'cause I would like to know, 'cause I see his kids on the phone. I pack his kids' clothes. And he says, I don't like to talk about my marriage.
What's the question? What do you want to? What you say you want to ask us as
Like,
guys?
I wanted to know, if he sees his kids, if he drops them off to school, like, stuff like that, 'cause I was dating him.
Mm-hmm.
But he's saying he's going crazy over me. Now, I know something is going on. You understand? And he said, I don't like to talk about my marriage. So now, 4th of July, dating a man, you want to be with someone for 4th of July, right? With your boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
He never called me.
All right. Let's break this down. You're dating a married man,
He's not married.
okay?
He stays with his dad, with his mom. And he does not tell me he's not paying child support.
So you said he does not like talking about his marriage. That sounds to me like a married man.
But he cheats every day. He goes out with different women.
Okay, stay with me here. You said that he said that he does not like talking about his marriage.
Right.
That sounds to me like he's a married man. Am I hearing something else different, guys? That sounds to me like he's a married man. Yeah, you guys are hearing the same thing,
No,
right?
his wife is married to a different man.
His wife is married to a different man.
Yeah.
So is he saying that he does not want to talk about his previous marriage?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're trying to pull that information out of him to find out what's really
Why he
making
don't want
him
to see
tick.
his kids?
He doesn't want to see his kids.
No.
So he tells you he doesn't want to see his kids?
Yeah, I asked why, because the man is taking care of your kids. That hurts you? And he wasn't giving me an answer.
Is he paying child support?
And he just now told me because he's not paying child support.
Is he forced? Is he being forced by the court? Has he been forced by the court? Is he in a child support order?
I don't know. He won't give me an answer.
Okay.
He said he doesn't like to talk about his business.
All right. I'm going to give you a feedback based on someone I know currently. So, he's on child support. And he wanted to see his 2 children all the time.
Okay, so but why he didn't told me that?
Hold on. He wanted to see his 2 children all the time. But every time it's time for him to see the children, his ex-wife finds some reason to keep the children away. So after a few years, he just said, F it. I'm not going to deal with this shit anymore. I'm done. When the kids reach to a certain age, they will know that I tried. So I said to him, how will they know that you tried? Do you call them? Do you show up at the house? He said, she moved away with the children. She's living in Miami, but I don't know where she's living. And the kids don't call me. So he was like, I am not going to worry about seeing them. I give up. I'm done. They take child support from him all the time. He was like, I'm done.
He kind of gave up on his kids.
Yeah, he kind of gave up because he was like, they're old enough to know that they need to call me, that I've been trying to reach out to them. So I said to him,
Two-way street.
huh?
It's a two-way street.
Yeah, it's a two-way. So I said to him, how will they know that you're trying to reach out to them if the mother is blocking
Yeah.
them from communicating with you? They don't know your number. Your number was possibly in their phone. Do they have a new phone? He says, I don't know. I just don't give up anymore. Right? I bleeped myself. Right? It's just I don't care anymore. When they get to a certain age, I will try. So maybe that's what he's going through. Maybe he's gotten to the point
He's fed up.
where he's just drained. He's fed up. He's had it up. He's like, when the time comes, then I will reach out. So you asking him about talking about what's going on with his children, and he say he doesn't want to see the
I
children.
Don't know. I don't know what's going on with him.
Closer to the mic.
I don't know what's going on with him. Maybe he's, going through a lot of things, but he took my cards, credit cards, debit cards, driver license, everything.
So you have none of those stuff right now.
I got my driver license. I got my stuff. But for 4th of July, why he didn't tell me, Sophia, look, I'm going to go see my kids because I haven't saw them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I met him.
So that's your current guy right now.
He's like my friend. He helps me, takes me around.
What does that mean?
I don't know. He's not at the table.
Is he get any benefits from you?
No.
So he's just the.
He helped me, he took me to go get my drivers.
No. Pause for a second. So
I'm staying to him right now because Ray took everything from me. And he's driving a moped.
So if Ray comes back, what happened to this guy?
I don't want Ray back because I saw his colors. He saw my friend now when he said, because he walked it to Ray's house to the swimming pool.
Mm-hmm.
And he got so jealous. I went and got water.
Who got jealous?
Ray,
Okay.
my ex-boyfriend.
Mhm.
I just got the water and I spitted it on the car. And he got my hand. He said, hey, man, respect my car. And then Caesar tells him, don't worry. What's going on? It's only water on the car. You don't go up to that like that to the woman. He got my hand. He squeezed it and squeezed back my face.
Okay. And what did Caesar do when he squeezed back your face?
He pushed him away. He told him not to do that anymore.
Okay. You really didn't answer the question. You say you don't want him back because you saw his colors. But what if he came back and he said that he wants you back?
I'm done with him.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Okay. Are you sure? Because I'm not getting
he took everything away from me, but
I'm not getting that feeling.
But now
I'm
he's
not
showing
getting that.
No, but now he's showing me like he's giving me some stuff back that he got from me. Like,
here's what I'm seeing when I ask you the questions. Body language is a heck of a thing. I like body language. I like to study body language and facial expression and eyes. So I asked you the question several times because I'm looking at your eyes while I'm asking you the questions. Your mouth is saying one thing, but your eyes is saying something else to me. So I'm going to ask you the question one more time.
but no, hold on, okay.
Okay.
You can tell me, you like what you said. You can tell body language.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go back from things like mans that likes to take stuff from women, because I've been in a 10-year relationship. I like a man to be a best friend with him.
Do you miss him?
Who?
Ray, the previous guy.
No.
All right. When next time I ask you that question, look at me when I ask you the
No, I said-
question.
No.
Yeah.
Because you already answered me.
I don't miss him. I don't. I really.
Physically answer
No,
him.
I don't miss him.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Because
Because
you
I saw his color, and I know what it. I can picture my life with him. Is this?
okay. All right. So, how you see yourself with Caesar? How long you've known Caesar for?
I know. I met Caesar for 4th of July.
4th of July. So it's just recent.
Yeah, but Ray went to his kids for 4th of July, but he didn't call me, and I thought he was with a woman.
Okay. So,
But he wanted to see my reaction to see if I'm jealous at him.
Oh, okay, okay.
So he smokes weed, and
How old is Ray?
he's 38.
He's 38. Okay.
So I jumped in the car from that the guy gives him weed,
Uh,
and the guy tells me, Sofia, that's his wife and kids.
you see now, it goes right back to my original question. The guy's married.
But why he didn't tell me he's his kids?
You said that's his ex-wife.
His ex-wife.
That's what he told you.
No, he never told me that for 4th of July.
So no. Let's back up for a second. Did he say that? Did he tell you that woman is his ex-wife, or did you assume that's his ex-wife?
He never called me.
No. The question I'm asking you, that you're not answering, that you're going around, did you assume that's his ex-wife, or did he tell you that's his ex-wife, based on his actions and words? Did
He
you
never told me nothing. When he came to the car, he got freaked out.
No. I think you understand what I'm saying, Jose.
What? I don't understand.
Okay. When you started seeing this man, did he tell you that he was divorced?
Yes, because his wife is married to another man.
Okay. Here's where it's getting confusing. I'm thinking everybody's hearing what I'm hearing. He says
That's
his
what he
wife is
told me
married
from
to
the
another
first-
man.
Yeah, that's what he told me from the
But
first
4th
start.
of July, when he went to the car, he
told
says
me,
that's his wife.
no.
Okay.
He never told me nothing. It looked like it was his
You said
girlfriend.
someone said.
Or maybe it was a setup. His friend told me that was his wife. Maybe it was his girlfriend.
All right. I think
Garth,
we're going to come back to this conversation on another episode, right? It's about time for us to wrap things up, because I think there's a bit more to this to unveil that we have to get into.
Garth, can I just throw this in?
Yes.
Because you wanted to ask us like why this relationship turned sour, or like it started off good and then Ray became, like more and more like his true colors came out. It's clear from the beginning, like he showed a lot of red flags that he's not a person who was looking for a relationship, and you chose to neglect a lot of those signs in the beginning.
True.
They're
So
clearly
why-
visible, and people don't want to choose them because you were attracted to him. You liked him, and so you're like, it's whatever. I don't want to see this. I don't care for this one. And then it reaches a point where you just can't back. Like it's more difficult to back up from it.
So why when he got Caesar, why he got jealous?
Get closer to the mic.
Why when he saw Caesar, why he got jealous?
Okay, because men are territorial. We're every species, the males are territorial. He considered to be his property, and then you brought another male that he sees as his competition. So
But he's cheating too.
who cares?
From the last I found out, because he's cheating
It's
too.
Who
not
cares?
a cheating
It's not
competition.
It's not about it.
No.
His ego was getting in the
No,
way.
but after 4th of July, before 4th of July, I knew he was cheating because in his bedroom there was underwear all over. Woman coming in the bedroom. So I knew it was like, it wasn't a serious relationship.
When you say you knew it wasn't a serious relationship, you mean with the person that he's seeing right now, or with you?
I don't understand.
You said that you
said
knew.
when you saw that, did you realize it wasn't serious between you guys?
Yeah, because
Or
I
did you
see
realize-
women's stuff all over.
Right, so you already at that point already kind of knew what
Yeah.
to expect in a way.
It's different
So
from
why he gets jealous for? When he's cheating, why he gets jealous?
like what I just said. Men are territorial. We mark our territory.
Right.
He sees as his property, right? And then you now brought some other male into his den. Now he's defensive.
Right.
So now he's going to try to show his dominance. And by showing his dominance, he's going to show the aggression towards you and towards Caesar. right?
Even though he's showing his hypocrisy, he's still gonna show his
Exactly.
territorial like aspect.
That's why. So the answer to your question is he's not going to tell you. He's not going to unveil what's really going on because he needs you to be confused enough to keep lusting after him and wanting after him, keeping you in that cycle. And I say this to my daughter, and I say this to other people I know. I say you attract who you are. Right? He is that way, and that keeps you attracted to him. It makes you want to keep find out. One
I
second.
thought about that.
Hold on. It makes you want to keep find out what's going on. So that yearning to find out what's going on, trying to fix it, because women are nurturing. Women think that they can fix men. They can fix things. Right? He doesn't want to be fixed.
Yeah.
But he told me that.
He only wants to sex you.
Right. He told you that so he could like keep you in that loop.
Exactly. You're giving him what he wants, and he's taking it. However, you're not getting the information and the satisfaction of what you desire, so he keeps doing it. He already know exactly how to keep you in that loop. And based on your desire to find out, he steps back. He's not giving you the information because he knows you're going to keep desiring the information.
Right, because
And
he
he-
got stuff for me.
And every time that you desire that information, he feeds you just enough
To keep you
to
there.
keep you in. And then he gets what he wants. He's
Goes
good
back-
again.
goes
You
back
know,
to what
he's
doing.
he got good sex.
Yeah, he has his routine.
And
Okay, right, all right.
Right.
Okay, so I see his mom and his dad. His mom and his dad is old. And his mom told me, you can't come here a lot because his dad got my husband got cancer. Okay, I'm not going to come in your house.
Mm.
So he goes, I have my driver license under his address. That's bad, right?
Talk to the mic.
A little bit.
Yeah. You're in a bind right now because you have things binded to him. That's why I use the word you're in a bind. You have things binded to him.
Yeah, like tied
Because your driver's license is at his address. That means your mail are possibly going to his address, and you can't go to the house. Right?
up with the predicament.
So his mother told you you can't come to the house. It is a great possibility. I don't know if everybody else is going to agree with me, but there's a great possibility he already told his mom.
Yeah, his mom's probably in on it.
Yeah. His mom is probably in on it. She's not going to tell
You're
you.
not gonna catch cancer by being in the same house as somebody that has
Exactly.
cancer, so
He's not going to get any
that's a
sicker
flag right there.
by you going to the house.
But when they saw Caesar, they changed so much.
How? When you say
The mom and the son.
how did they change?
They changed. They like, why she came with a different man?
Yeah, because they're gonna cover up for their son as hard as they can. So
They
once
didn't
see
change.
Once they see something that affects their son, they're gonna get defensive too.
Yeah, they did not change.
They're on his side. You gotta remember that.
I'll tell you this, and then we can wrap up this show. Okay? When they saw Caesar, it now brought who they are a little bit more out in the light. And it also helped to open your eyes a bit.
Okay.
Caesar's actually a good thing because you're seeing things because he's around. If he was not around, you wouldn't be seeing these things because you're forcing their hand to show who they are, and now you're able to see things a little more clearer because Caesar is here. Right? And Caesar might be the right guy for you. But you have to see that. I don't know Caesar, but you say he's your friend. You met him on the 4th of July. Hey, stars was in the sky. And,
no, no,
you
no.
know,
The smoke shop right here. I met him at the smoke shop. We talked it.
Look at Caesar.
I was drunk. He was down on me. I'll be honest.
say that again. So you were
I was
drunk,
drunk on the bed.
and
no.
Caesar came up and talked to you. No.
Yeah,
Clyde, how
Caesar
much
said,
time we have? You think we have another few minutes for it to talk about how?
It's
That's how I
slightly
you
past
too.
an hour right now, but yeah,
I
let's
got- I
keep
gotta
going a
get
few
going.
more
Yeah, and I
minutes to
gotta
wrap
go.
things up.
Okay. All right. One at a time. So, all right. So the producer said we can go for a few more minutes to wrap things up. He's going to give us a signal when it's really time to wrap things up.
I'm gonna leave the room a little bit.
Okay, cool. Uh, you say you were drunk, and Caesar walked up and saved you, or what
No,
happened?
I could, I can tell like man's like, how you call it, vibes.
Intentions?
Yeah,
Get closer to the mic. Get closer.
I can tell like man's vibes. Like, who can I talk to? Like,
Yeah.
I could tell.
Body language.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Have you and Caesar got frisky?
That's what she said. She said, "No, I'm not gonna say it."
But
Yeah. So you and Caesar got a bit
but I want
frisky.
Caesar to come to the table, but
No,
he
no,
won't
no, no,
talk.
no, no. Caesar can come the next time. Caesar can come the next time. Did you and Caesar get frisky?
Yeah, but I take him like more as a friend too,
Okay.
cause
So
we close.
so wait. You and Caesar had sex? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. And you take him as a friend. So
But he helps. He helped me. He knows about Ray.
yeah, I
but-
got that. So Caesar is the situationship.
No, but I like him. He's a good
So
person.
what is Caesar? And Caesar, I hate to
Can
be.
Can I ask one question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Why is it so easy for you to be attracted to somebody who's shows so much turmoil and so many problems like Ray? But it's so difficult for you to like somebody who's actually there for you and who's actually nice with you. Like,
Well, I never said nothing about Caesar. I only know him how long? 4 or 5 days so far.
okay,
He seems like a very nice guy.
okay.
No, but he's basically saying how is it like so easy for you to deal with Ray for so long, but then for someone like Caesar, you're still like hesitant. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, remember that movie Forrest Gump?
Right. Jenny,
Remember, yeah, Jenny, like he really
she
loved her,
knew-
right?
she knew
But
Forrest was a
she,
great guy, but
remember he beats up the guy who was abusive
Yeah.
towards her, and then the next scene she gets on the bus with the very same guy. Like, it seems to me that women are attracted to drama and a whole bunch of crazy stuff.
No, I don't like. I like a man to be best friends with me. I don't like drama because I've been through that.
Okay.
I've been
Okay.
through it too much. It took my childhood away. It took everything from me. So
Okay.
Okay.
Here's what Clyde is asking. Why is it okay,
some women is like that. You're right.
but we're getting the same vibe from you? You are lamenting over Ray.
Cause Ray took all my shit,
I don't think that's the only thing why you are lamenting over Ray.
and there's more stuff that I'm not putting at the table.
Aha. You see? There it goes.
But it's not just about that because I'm attractive to man that bruise me at all.
Hold on. Hey, Clyde. Check Jose's mic.
Yeah. It's still at the same level. I haven't changed it. Why?
Because I'm not hearing. Look at the button if you press the button. Did you-
Hello.
Okay.
yes,
now.
you did press the button.
Was I not talking the whole time?
No,
The
it was
whole-
picking up from
From
Sophia's
hers?
mic.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Alright,
okay.
alright.
It's okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
So the next time we come back, we need to get a little bit more of that because
Dig a little deeper.
if you notice, Clyde.
Okay, so what should I do about Ray? Change my address and never call him back again.
Exactly, yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
exactly. All right. Don't ever talk to that. He seems like a lot of
Caesar,
trouble.
what did I told you? Get in my stuff and never call him again.
If it's stuff that you can replace, don't even reach out to him. Just replace it and block him, and that's it.
Yeah. You can go and change your driver's license address without
Having to do
any
with
issue,
Ray.
without having to deal with it.
I know.
Right?
I bet you
Ah,
if it
you
was
see, I
if
don't.
when you first met Ray, if there had been a guy, one of us around, it would have been like the first 20 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
This guy smells
yeah.
trouble.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Guys can usually tell very quickly, and we can tell with women too, but we overlook a lot of things, like a lot of stuff. Like we go like, yeah, that's a red flag. There goes one. Yeah, high body count. Okay, yeah,
Right.
all right.
Mhm.
But we just let it slide because, I mean, for one, there's not too many options out there who are pure, who are good.
Especially
So we
these
go like,
days.
okay, we're gonna let this one go. Chances are we're gonna end up with somebody even crazier, right around the corner.
That's why I've chosen to be single for the last 5 years. I'm a relationship
I
guy,
get
even
that.
though I don't look it. Because every like girls that I've met, they're like, oh, you're probably a player, blah blah. And I'd rather be with the same girl every single day than to be texting this one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Like,
Too much work.
I don't have time. That's way too much work. I don't have
Yeah.
the patience or the time for that. So that's
Yeah.
why I've chosen to be single. You know, like, it sucks
Well,
to be single, but
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
I think you would want to be in a relationship if given the opportunity.
right, absolutely.
It's just
I absolutely would.
difficult to find a woman out
That's
there.
yeah, exactly. These
Right.
days it's extremely hard. You know,
Yes,
people
yes.
see this. We're like in a disposable era, where people like, oh, they didn't work out. Next, next,
Right,
next,
that's
and
true.
I'm
Keep on going on,
That's
keep on
not me.
going on.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just be alone until the right person comes along.
So, we were, yeah, we're ready to wrap things up. So, Sophia, thank you for being on the show. Jose, thank you
you
for
very
being on
much.
the show. Do you care to tell anyone your Instagram or what social media they can find you on?
My IG is underscore ZAEE. I'm actually a music producer,
Mm-hmm.
so I make beats. I'm a drummer too. But I will deactivate my IG pretty soon just to kind of like go ghost for a little while. Because
Okay.
I kind of working on myself internally and mentally.
Okay.
So I kind of just don't want, I don't know if it sounds weird, but I don't want anyone to know anything about me for a little while until I'm
Okay.
ready to come back out and like, you know, show new music and stuff like that. So I'm gonna hide behind the scenes for a little while, but
Okay. Good. Good.
I'll be back.
And you, Sophia, you care to share your social media, or
Ray's not giving my email passcode on my Instagram.
so you have you have no access to your Instagram?
No.
All right. Well, we can leave it at that. Well, thank you everyone for enjoying the show. If you're watching, subscribe, share, like, and tell everyone about Think and Say podcast. And with that, let's call it a night.
Yes.
Alright.